Hey everyone, thank you for joining Free Yoga. My name's Catherine and today we're filming from my campsite in Warroora Station, Western Australia. I've got a nice energising flow for you, so whether you need a kickstart in the morning or during the day, I hope you enjoy this flow and let me know what you think in the comments below. So let's start today at the back of our mat, just with your feet about hip width distance apart. And if you can, pick up all of your toes and try and spread them out, dropping them down one by one. You might find one foot does better than the other. You know, my right is definitely better than my left. But the more you practice it, the better they'll become. And just really feel into the earth. Maybe close over your eyes. And just feel yourself grounding down, connecting with that earth, with the energy from the ground coming up through your feet and slowly making its way through your body. Have your hands down by your side and just turn your palms to face forward. Feel like you're being pulled up through the crown of your head, pulled up through the sky, standing nice and tall. Just take these few moments to really connect with your body, your breath. Come to this present moment. Just feel the air moving in and out of your nostrils. And on your next big inhale, I want you to raise your arms up to the sky, reaching as tall as you can. Reach, reach, reach. And as you exhale, let's just fold slightly over to the right. And then coming back up on your inhale, back to center. And as you exhale, bending over to the left. Nice side body stretch. Inhale, coming back up. And exhale over to the right. Just moving at your own pace with your breath, connecting your movement to your breath. Exhale, come to the left. Inhale, center. Reach up nice and tall. And then exhale over to the right. Inhale, center. Reach up. And exhale, left. Inhale, center. Bring your hands back down to your sides. Fold forward to Uttanasana. Moving really slowly, articulating through your spine. Bend in the knees. Nice juicy bend so your torso can lay on top of your thighs. Just let your head relax. Really exhale, let all that air out. If you'd like to do a couple of cleansing breaths here, breathing in through your nose. And sigh it out. Just let all the air go. In through your nose. And exhale, sigh it all out. And as you inhale, coming all the way back up again. Reaching your arms to the sky, look up to the sky and reach nice and tall. And exhale, folding forward, bend in the knees. Inhale, raising all the way back up again. Reach to the sky. And exhale, fold all the way forward. Now walk your hands to the front of the mat, coming into plank. Drop your knees if you need to, or stay up as you walk back to your feet. Forward fold. Inhale, raising your arms all the way up. And exhale, fold. Walk your hands again to the front of the mat into plank. Drop your knees if you need to. And walk them back again. Back to your feet, Uttanasana. Inhale, arms all the way to the sky. And exhale, fold forward. Uttanasana. Walk your hands forward into plank. Now this time with plank, really push the floor away from you. We're going to hold. Try to separate your shoulder blades behind your back. So you're really pushing through the ground. Really feel the strength in your arms. Drop your knees if you need to. And walk your hands back. Uttanasana. Relax your neck. And place your hands onto your shins and just walk out your Uttanasana, straightening one leg and bending the other. And just move at your own pace, constantly remembering to think about your breath. There's no right or wrong. Remember, yoga is a practice. We don't all get it perfect. There is no perfect. You're raising all the way up to the sky, reach your arms up. And exhale, fold all the way forward. Walk your hands forward into plank. Really push through the ground. Drop your knees. Bring your chest all the way down, chaturanga, to the floor. Untuck your toes and lift your chest forward for baby cobra. Your gaze is forward, pressing into the earth with your body. And coming back down, tuck your toes, bend your knees and lift up into plank, modified with your knees bent. As you lift up into downward facing dog, drawing your tailbone to the sky. Keep a bend in your knees, or straighten them out if it is within your practice. Listen to your body. Draw your shoulder blades away from your ears. Breathe here. Your fingers should be pressing into the earth. You feel that connection from your fingers all the way to your toes. Feel the energy of the earth coming through your body. Now bring your feet together at the back of the mat. Lift your right foot off about an inch, engaging your leg. Raise that leg to the sky. Bend your knee and bring your knee forward to try and touch your knee to nose. Pressing through the ground with your hands. Now step that foot forward between your hands. Turn on your back foot at a 45-degree angle. Virabhadrasana 1. Raise your arms to the sky. Hold here. Have a look at your front knee and make sure you can still see your big toe. If you can't, your knee may be falling in a little bit. Try and bring it out. Bring your hands back down to the ground. Step your foot back. Drop your knees. Lower chaturanga to the floor. Inhale, untuck your toes, baby cobra. Exhale, tuck your toes. Lift up into downward facing dog. Bring your feet together at the back of the mat. Lift your left foot off slightly. Engage that leg as you lift it to the sky. Bend your knee, bring it forward, knee to nose, and step your left foot between your hands. Turn on your back foot at a 45-degree angle, so your heel and your arch are aligned. Inhale, Virabhadrasana 1, reaching your arms up. Check your front knee is stacked over your ankle and you can still see your big toe. Coming back down again, hands to the floor, step that foot back, drop to your knees, chaturanga all the way to the floor. Untuck your toes, lifting up to baby cobra. Exhale, come back down, tuck your toes, lift up into downward facing dog. Breathe here. Bring your feet together at the back of the mat. Lift your right foot up. Reach it to the sky. Bend your knees and bring your knee to nose, and then step your foot forward between your hands. Pivot on your back foot, 45-degree angle, heel to arch alignment, Virabhadrasana 1. Raise your arms to the sky, draw your shoulders away from your ears. Let's open to Virabhadrasana 2, turning our hips to open slightly to the left, reaching your arms out wide. Your chest is facing to the left, opening up wide. Gaze over your front middle finger. Your right hand is forward, left hand is back. Check that front knee. Can you see your big toe? Cartwheel your arms back down to the floor. Step that foot back and lift up into downward facing dog. Bring your feet together at the back of the mat. Lift your left foot off about an inch and then raise it to the sky. Bend your knee and bring your knee to the front, knee to nose. Step your left foot forward between your hands as you turn your back foot at a 45-degree angle. Inhale, raise your arms up, Virabhadrasana 1. Opening up to Virabhadrasana 2. Gazing over your front left finger, your middle finger. Opening your chest out wide and bring those shoulders away from your ears. Have a look down, can you see your big toe? Cartwheel your arms forward, bring them down to the ground, lift that left foot and step back into downward facing dog. Breathe here. Let's come up onto our tippy toes as we roll forward, bringing our torso over our hands. Come forward slightly so your shoulders are over your fingertips. Drop your knees if you need to. Bend your elbows, lowering down. Chaturanga to the floor. Baby cobra. Untuck your back toes. Reach forward. Exhale. Tuck your toes. Lift up into plank and downward facing dog. Beautiful. Bring your feet together at the back of the mat. Lift your right foot off an inch. Raise it to the sky. Bend your knee and bring it forward, knee to nose. Step your foot between your hands. Pivot on your back foot at a 45-degree angle. Inhale, Virabhadrasana 1. Raise your arms to the sky. Exhale, Virabhadrasana 2. Right arm forward, left arm back. Can you see your big toe? Really press into the earth with your feet. Strong through the legs and feel your crown being lifted up to the sky. Stand tall like a warrior. Cartwheel your arms, but bring them to the inside of your right foot. Now turn onto the toes of your back foot and drop your knee down to the ground. Walk your right foot over to the edge of your mat. Center your body. we're moving into lizard, but we'll keep it an active lizard. So just rolling onto the outside of your foot, opening up through your hip, and then bringing it back in. Rolling it out to the outside and bring it back in. Roll it to the outside, bring it back in. If you want to, and it's within your practice, you can go down onto your elbows and your forearms onto the floor. Rolling out, bring it back in. Rolling out, bring it back in. You can move with your breath. Breathing in as you roll out. And exhale as you bring it back in. We'll do it 4 more times. And tucking your back toe, press into your hands, lift your knee off the ground and step that foot back into downward facing dog. And bring your feet together at the back of the mat and lift your left foot off about an inch. Raise it to the sky, bend your knee and bring it forward, knee to nose. Place your foot down between your hands, pivot on your back foot, 45-degree angle. Pressing into the earth as you raise to Virabhadrasana 1. Opening up to Virabhadrasana 2. Stand tall like a warrior. Curl your arms and place them on the inside of your left foot as you walk your left foot out to the edge of your mat. Pivot on that back foot so you're on your toes and drop your back knee. Untuck your toe. Again, you can come down onto your forearms if it's within your practice, or stay up onto your hands. Rolling to the outside of your foot as you inhale, and exhale, coming back to center. Rolling out, rolling in. You might hardly move at all, but just getting that little bit of movement into your hips will awaken them for the day. This is a great exercise to do when you have been sitting for a long time. I love doing it after a long drive. It really makes a difference. Just concentrate on your breath and the sensation that you feel as you move your hip out and in. Out and in. It's moving at your own pace. Try and move it slowly so you can really feel how that movement affects your body. Really connect with how your body moves. Let's do a couple more. Out. And in. Out. And in. And really listen to your body if you're feeling pain in any areas. Maybe you're pushing a little bit too hard. Maybe you just back off. Just slightly. Listen to your body. It knows what's good for you. Lifting your back knee off the ground and lifting up your left foot, bringing it back to downward facing dog. Let's come up onto our tippy toes, rolling all the way forward, bringing your shoulders slightly over your wrists. Bend in your elbows, drop your knees if you want to, lower all the way down to chaturanga. Untuck your toes, lifting up to baby cobra. If it's within your practice, you can lift up to upward dog. But listen to your body and go where you need to go. As you lift up to downward facing dog, draw your tailbone to the sky. Keep a bend in your knees if you find you're rounding through your spine. Keeping a bend in your knees, you can walk your dog out, straightening through one leg and then the other. Again, just feel that movement within your body. Let's bring our feet together at the back of the mat. Reach our right foot off about an inch and then raise it to the sky. Bend your knee and bring it forward, knee to nose. Engage that core and then step your foot down between your hands. Pivot on your back foot, raising up, pressing into the earth, Virabhadrasana 1. Draw those shoulders away from your ears. Can you see your big toe? Opening up to Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. Feel tall and strong like a warrior. And circling your arms down, place them down to the ground, to the inside of your right foot. Walk your right foot out, drop your back knee, and just untuck your back toe and allow your right knee to fall out. We're not going to move it this time, we're just going to let it be. Let it go where it wants to go. Really breathe into any tight areas, any areas that feel stuck. But if you actually feel like moving and you want to keep bringing your knee in and out, feel free to. This is your practice. If you'd like to come down onto your forearms, then do so. And just hold this for another few seconds, a couple more breaths. And bring your hands back to the mat. If you're on your forearms, tuck your back toe and lift your back knee off the ground as you step your right foot back to downward facing dog. Breathe here. Lift your left foot off about an inch. Raise it to the sky, bend your knee and step it forward, knee to nose. Then between your hands. Turning on your back foot. Pressing into the earth as you raise to Virabhadrasana 1. Opening out Virabhadrasana 2. Cartwheel your arms and place them to the inside of your left foot as you walk your left foot out to the side. Drop your back knee and untuck your toe. Remember, you can hold this as a passive stretch. You can stay on your hands, come down to your forearms. Or you can keep moving your knee in and out. This is your practice. Listen to your body. Do what feels good for you. Just breathe here for a few moments. You're rolling to the outside of your left foot, so your pinky side. Just try and let your hips go if you're in a passive stretch. Sending your breath to anywhere that feels stuck. And bringing your hands back down to the ground, bring your knee in, tuck your back toe, lift your back knee off the ground as you step back to downward facing dog, drawing your tailbone to the sky. Remember to keep a bend in your knees if you find you're rounding through your spine. Come up onto your tippy toes as you roll forward, chaturanga to the floor, or upward facing dog, baby cobra, whatever your practice is today. lifting the tailbone to the sky for downward facing dog. Just breathe here for a moment. You can walk it out if you need to. Bringing your knees back down to the ground. Let's do a couple of rounds of cat-cow. As you inhale, looking up to the sky. And as you exhale, round through the spine. Inhale, looking up to the sky. Drop your belly, let it go. And exhale, round through the spine. And then coming back to neutral, let's take a seated position. Bring your feet out in front of you. And making a nice, just an easy cross-legged position. Inhale, raise your arms up to the sky. And exhale, let's twist over to the right. You can bring your right hand down behind you and use it like a tripod. And you can bring your left hand to your knee. But don't be pulling yourself around. Where you twisted with your arms out, that's where I want you to stay. Just use your hands to kind of prop you up, keep you tall. Inhale, raise your arms up, coming back to center. Inhale, reach up tall, and exhale, twisting over to the left. Left arm down behind you, prop you up like a tripod, and your right hand to your left knee. And inhale, raising back up again, coming to center. Feel like you're being lifted up to the sky. And exhale, let's roll down onto our back. And bring your knees to your chest. Hold them in tight. And lift your tailbone off the ground, engaging your lower abdominals. So really lift it up, feel that lower abdominals engaging, lifting, lift as high as you can. And lower back down, pressing the lower back into the ground. I want you to lift your head and try and draw your nose to your knees. Engaging through those upper abdominals. Now bringing your feet back to that, down to the ground, lower back down. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, lift your body. Lift your shoulders off the ground. Reach your arms to your sides. And you're just going to reach for your feet. One side and then the other. Left and then right. Left and then right. Remember to keep breathing through this. Left and right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale right. Exhale left. Lower all the way back down again. Bring your knees into your chest. And now lift your tailbone. Lift your shoulders off the ground. Knee to nose. Lift. Lift. Keep lifting. Hold. Keep lifting. Be energetic in this pose. And lower back down again. Breathe here for a moment. Place your feet to the ground. Bend your knees. Upper our knees. Bring your knees back to your chest. Let's rock and roll a couple of times. Rocking back and forth. Rocking back and forth. As you come back up to a squat. So you're in a seated position. Bring your feet out to as wide as you can. So to your edges of your mat, bring your toes there. And if you can, come up off the ground, lift your sit bones off the ground, and bring your hands to the floor. So you're sort of rocking forward a little bit. We're opening through the legs, through those thighs, the inner thighs. And if it's within your practice, you can lift your hands off and bringing them into prayer at heart center, using your elbows to open up through your knees. Pressing your legs open. Otherwise, you're staying here. Depending where you're at, you might be up here. That's fine. You're still there. You're making your way to the ground. Keep in an energetic pose so you're engaging through your legs. You're not just passively sitting back. Feel that energy through your feet, from the ground, running all the way through your body. And place your hands to the ground. Heel toe your feet all the way back together, about hip width distance apart. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, step your feet back to plank. Chaturanga to the floor. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, tuck your toes, lift up into downward facing dog. Walk your feet all the way to the front of the mat. Forward fold. Breathe here. Keep a juicy bend in your knees. Relax your neck. Take 3 deep breaths here. Exhaling through your mouth. On your next big inhale, let's raise our arms all the way to the sky. Reaching up, really feeling through the energy, going through your body and coming out your fingertips, coming up to the sky. And bring your hands back down to your sides, back to where we began. If you'd like to bring them into prayer at your heart center. And just bow your head down. You feel that life force within you. Your heart beating beneath your chest. Check in with your body. From your toes to your feet, to your ankles, to your calves, to your knees, and your upper legs, and your pelvis, your abdomen, and your chest. Allow your shoulders to relax away from your ears. Feel the energy moving through your arms, all the way to your hands and your fingertips. Feel the energy moving up through the crown of your head and releasing. And thank yourself for taking this time to look after you. And I thank you so much for spending this time with me and looking after your own body. I hope you have a wonderful day.